Hi! Hi guys! You know how you guys really like my bunnies? It's a transparent video. And so today, I'm going to be walking through a step-by-step process on how to make a transparent video. So basically, the programs you will need today is you will need Blender, and you will also need an art program. It's not completely necessary, however, it's just that you need a transparent, image file, a sequence of them. And I will show you how to do a imaging sequence into Blender as well as into Clipstudio Paint. So, if you guys are ready, I'm gonna go ahead and go into Clipstudio Paint and show you some really cool things there as well. This is my art program, as you can probably see. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you how to import a video file into Clipstudio Paint, because I thought that would be a really cool thing you could do. But basically you want to do file and you want to do new. When you do new, you want to go to the animation. The animation I'm going to be doing is 1000 by 1000, but you can do 1920 by 1080, which is the standard for both streaming and YouTube. And so I'm just going to hit OK, and then I'm going to do file, and I'm going to import a movie. I just thought you guys would think this is pretty cool, but you can actually import a movie into this program. And then you hit OK, and you hit OK again, and it'll come into this program as a object. The object can be moved, and it is a working video file for sure inside of the program. You could test that by just hitting play. And it's really curious, but you can turn this into an imaging sequence. So what I want to do, because originally I wanted to turn this into my one of my redeems for today's tutorial video, but I found out that would take way too much time. I'm just going to set this in a specific way I want it, because I want the sword to make sure that it goes. But if it doesn't, I could just scale the video itself. It'll be able to play it. So now that we have it as it is, we want to first make this background match the gray background I have, or whatever background you're going to be doing, because the next step, if you don't do it that way, it's going to be so much harder. And it's going to suck. So I just grab the color, and then I'm going to go to the paper, and I'm going to change the paper to the same color. See? Just like so. And then I'm able to export this entire thing into image sequences so that I can go back into it and get rid of the background specifically using the wand tool. It's a lot of steps when you're doing a movie specifically, like a movie file, a video file. So I'm going to do file, and I'm going to export animation, and I'm going to do image sequence. And then I'm going to choose specifically where I want the image sequence to go. I'm going to go to the desktop. I already have an image sequence 1. As you can see, I was testing it out myself. And so we do new folder, and we're just going to name this, I'm just going to name it test. Don't look at the text. Don't worry about it. You select the folder, and you hit OK. And it will start to process. And you just wait for it to be done. Depending on how many frames or how long the video is will take longer to render, unfortunately. So now that we have it rendered, we're going to completely exit out of this. We don't need to save it. We're going to make another new animation file. Hitting OK. And then we're going to we're going to do file and we're going to do batch process. This is so much faster than say file and import the images slowly one by one. You want to do it faster. And this is what I've learned from so many trial and error. So you hit batch process, and your batch process will probably look like this, specifically. It's going to just come up like this, and you want to hit file, and then you want to hit import. You want to make sure it's image. If you are doing vector files, then you hit vector, but image, because we save them as a sequence PNG, all of them. And you don't have to change this, and you hit OK. And then it'll come up with all of these. You want to make sure that you go to specifically the one you made, the test, or wherever you made it. To get them all into it with the batch process, you were going to left click the first one, and then you scroll all the way down, hold shift, and left click again. And then you hit open. And then it should show all of these amazing things coming down at once. There's all of them. All of them. Once they're all in, as they are, just all the sequence images that you have. And it could be a lot, depending on the animation or the video file. I have 95. So then, how are we going to get them on the timeline? The easiest way to get them on the timeline, and it's not just clicking and putting them there. There's actually a really fast way to do it. Sorry, I'm just going to get rid of this number one empty file folder, because if I don't, it'll mess a lot of things up. You want to hit these three little dots on the corner right here. It'll come up with a pop-up menu. And when you do the pop-up menu, you want to do edit track. And you want to do batch specific cells, because this is the batch process that we have put into it. You hit select, and it's going to come up with this menu. This menu, you want to do specified name of existing cells that were imported earlier, and it will automatically, because they're numbered already, and it will automatically put them in. Of course. You hit OK, and it will put them all on the timeline so you can see it for yourself. But then it's like, why is it on the side? Well, that's actually a super easy fix, believe it or not. All you have to do is you come up to the very first folder, your animation folder, you click that, and then you click the move layer icon, and then you're able to move all of the layers, all of the animation at once to where you want it to go. And then once that's done, you can test it and see, it's there. They all moved. The next step is, well, how in the world do I get rid of the background that I did? So you want to click on one of them, and I'm going to click on the top one, and you want to go to layer, and you want to convert layer. You want to convert the layer to a raster layer, and it'll change it from an object the layer that we can actually edit. Ta-da! It'll even show that it's changed on this side, on the right side. Right where the layer is, this one. And then, so what you want to do... Hi, girl! You want to take your wand tool, and you want to do refer to all layers. So, when you're referring to all the layers, it'll basically... You'll be able to click it. You'll be able to click the one that you don't want. And since it's a solid color, it'll be a lot easier. You might not have a solid color, so you might have to like manually do it. So that's why I made it a solid color. And you can copy these settings down here if you want to make it a lot easier. The next step you want to do is you want to hit delete. This is the delete button. And it deletes your selected area from the wand tool. Unfortunately, there is no fast way to do this. You can't just click and shift and change the layers. You actually have to do it one at a time. That's why I set mine to basically Q. I set a hotkey to Q. And if you want to know how to change your hotkeys, you just have to, go file and then shortcut settings, and it'll go into here. It'll go into this menu, and this is the shortcut key menu. And then you want to go into layer, and you want to find the convert layer, and here's the convert layer. And then you can change it to whatever key you want. Pretty cool. So I'm not going to be going and changing all of these at once. I'm actually going to be doing a different one. The one that is already prepared. And so I'm going to import the one that I already prepared for this. It's a cute little space bunny. This little cutie has already been animated and ready, and so I could just easily, if my tail's not in the way, hide the paper layer. Ta-da! Paper layer is hidden! And so, next, I want to do what I did with all the others. Which is basically, I want to do file, and I want to export animation, and image sequence. And then you click it, and you go to you make a new folder. As you can see, I already made that one, but I'm gonna do another one. I'll do another one. I'll do this as Bunny too. And you select that folder, and you hit OK, and the image sequence should go into it. The next area is going to be Blender. We're going to be going into Blender now. Please don't find it too intimidating. It's not as bad as it looks. It can be a lot worse depending on what you're trying to do. You can do a lot in Blender. Like a lot. But what we're going to be doing is, this is where we're going to make our transparent video file. So you want to click on rendering up here, to render, and then we're gonna make this bigger, and we're gonna change this one to video sequencer. Next, you want to click add, and then image sequence. And then you're going to find the place where you put your bunny. You're going to find it. I'm going to click. I'm going to left click. And then drag again and click. And you want to make sure you remember this number. Like how many frames you have. I have 49, but you might have something different. And then you hit add image to strip, and it's going to add all of them to the strip. You can't preview it. Don't worry. It's there. Trust me, it's there. So the next thing you want to focus on is actually over here on the right. Over here is you want to click on what looks like a printer, but it says output properties. You want to click that. And then you want to change your frames. Me, it's 49, but it could be different for you. And it'll change the frame to the correct amount. Next, you want to do the input. Or sorry, the output right here. If you can see it, it's this output. You want to click this folder, and you want to make sure that it goes to the area you want it to go. For me, I'm going to put it at desktop, the desktop specifically, so it's easy to find. Next, you want to do the file format as an FFmpeg video. And we want to do the encoder as QuickTime. And the video codec right here, the video codec, is going to be QuickTime as well, Qt animation. And when that happens, you're going to get 3 options up here: BW, RGB, or RGBA. Now, you want to click on the RGBA. That's the thing that makes it a transparent video. Not just that, but everything else as well. Then, that should be done. The next thing you want to do is you want to come up here, and you want to hit render. And then you render animation. It'll go through all the frames, and then it'll make your animation. If you don't see it actually coming up with an animation, you messed up somewhere. Just wanted to let you know. So next we want to test out and see if we did it correctly. So now we're going to test it out in OBS specifically. And what I'm going to do with OBS is you hit add, you do media source file, you name it what you want to name it. I'm going to name it the Sky Bunny. Hit OK. You'll come up with another menu, and you want to browse for specifically the thing you made. Now it's not going to come up with an actual image for you. Like mine's zero, like you can name it, but this is it. This is the file. It is like by itself, and like, oh no, okay. But stuff stopped working. But this is the file right here. The one that you made. And so you hit OK, and you hit loop on it. And then you also hit OK again. And ta-da! We have our bunny! That is a transparent video file on loop. Pretty neat, huh? Here's something else that's really cool I thought you guys might like. So this is my video editing software. It's called Shotcut. And what you can do with it is you can actually add it to video, like your own video editing software too. Pretty neat, huh? And I'll show you. With Shotcut, you want to hit add. Sorry, you want to go to these things, and then you want to add your video files that you want to test out and have fun with. I'll add this one first, and then I'm going to add the other one, if my brain can think correctly. And then we want to add the video tracks, both of them. Oh, I had an audio track, my bad. That's fine. That's fun. In the first one, I want to do the background, and in the second one, oh well, I did in the second one. No, I could just drag it down. It's fine. And then in this one, we want to add the transparent video we just made, and then you can test it by just playing it. Ta-da! That's it. That's us editing a video. Pretty cool, huh? I hope that you guys had fun learning about how to make a transparent video. But yeah, no, that's my that is my tutorial. Thanks again for the support, you guys. It's very appreciated. And please stay safe out there. I do worry, unfortunately. But I know you'll take care of yourselves. Until next time. Bye!